Idaho has a place where the adventure changes completely after the sun goes down. During the day, you can climb one of the most unusual sand dune systems in North America. At sunset, the desert turns gold, and after dark, the sky opens up through the Bruneau Dunes Observatory, while the ground comes alive with scorpions glowing under ultraviolet light. This was one of those trips where the weather, the wildlife, and the night sky all made the adventure feel bigger than expected. We made it to Bruneau Dunes State Park in southern Idaho near the edge of the Owyhee Desert. The first thing that grabs your attention is the size of the main dune. It rises about 470 feet above the surrounding desert floor, and from the parking area it looks like a giant wall of sand sitting in the middle of sagebrush country. The park opened in 1967, and today it has campgrounds, trails, lakes, the Steel Reese Education Center, and public observatories that make it a day and night destination. We decided to hike the Big Dune, and this is where Bruno reminds you that sand is not easy terrain. Every step takes work. The wind was already part of the story, and by Saturday night we were dealing with about 15-mile-an-hour winds and gusts around 25 miles an hour. On a dune, that wind is not just something you feel, it shapes the entire landscape. Bruneau's dunes are built from sand that was deposited by ancient flood and river processes, and local wind patterns help trap and work the sand back and forth instead of simply blowing it away. This is part of what makes this place so unique. After the dune, we spent time at the Education Center, which helps connect the scenery to the science. Bruneau is not just a pile of sand, it is a desert ecosystem and one of the best public astronomy experiences in Idaho. That contrast is what makes the park feel so strange in the best way. Sand dunes, lakes, wildlife, and telescopes all in the same place. As the sun started dropping, the park changed. The bright sand softened, the shadows stretched across the dunes, and the observatory became the next part of the trip. Bruneau Dunes is now recognized as an international dark sky park, which means the night sky is treated as a resource worth protecting. Good stargazing is not only about being far from city lights. It is also about using responsible lighting, avoiding unnecessary glare, and letting your eyes adjust to the dark. At the observatory, the experience feels intentional, slower, quieter, and focused upward. That night, even with the wind, we were able to see Jupiter, Venus, and the constellations Scorpius and Leo the Lion. Venus is usually one of the brightest planets you will see, and Jupiter stands out because it shines steadily instead of twinkling like many stars. Scorpius is one of those constellations that feels made for a summer desert night, low, dramatic, and easy to remember once someone points it out. Seeing that from the base of the dunes made the whole place feel connected. Sand under your feet, wind in your face, and a sky full of planets and stars overhead. Then came the part that made this trip unforgettable, the Scorpion Walk. They say when the constellation Scorpius shows itself in the night sky, that is when the scorpions come out. With ultraviolet lights, scorpions can glow a blue-green color because compounds in their outer shell fluoresce under UV light. We had an incredible moment with a giant scorpion in the dark, lit up under the UV spotlight. It is the kind of shot that looks unreal, but it is real desert science happening right in front of you. We kept our distance, respected the wildlife, and let the light reveal what most people would walk right past in the dark. Bruneau Dunes turned into more than just a hike. It was wind, sand, science, stars, and wildlife all packed into one adventure. We climbed the Big Dune, explored the Education Center, fought through a windy night, looked up at Jupiter and Venus, found Scorpius and Leo the Lion, and ended the night with scorpions glowing under ultraviolet light. Some places are beautiful because of one thing. Bruneau is amazing because it keeps changing. By day, it is a dune adventure. By night, it becomes a dark sky classroom and a desert wildlife hunt. This is one Idaho trip we will not forget.